again, welcome to the Paint with Heart Studios here in the Zoom room. I'm Cindy Harrison, your host and artist, and today we're going to be, I will be demonstrating 3 different types of ways to paint on glass. All of them you have to bake in the oven, or you don't have to, but it's preferred that if you want to make them dishwasher proof, you bake them in the oven afterwards. And I'll go over that later on in the program. But before we get started, I would love to introduce you to my best friend ever, Melissa Reyes.
Best friends ever. Hi, I'm Melissa Reyes, and you might know me as Ms. Meliz on social media, and I have a website. It's called MsMeliz.com, and I'm really excited about painting on glass. I've always wanted to do it, and I think it's really going to be a lot of fun. And I've got my 2 glasses here. And I'm really happy that we're celebrating today, and our word for the day is cheers. So we have a few birthdays in the house. It's really perfect because it's always a celebration here at Paint with Heart. We love to celebrate our friends, our family, and occasions, and just the fact that we get to paint, and we're so lucky and blessed to be able to have the opportunity to show you how we do things here all across the miles. But today, particularly in the Carolinas, I think we're going to be celebrating some birthdays. So welcome to Paint with Heart. Let's get going. Cheers, everybody.
Here are 3 different mediums that I chose to demonstrate today. This is going to be the first one, and these are called DecoArt Glass Paint Markers. And they come in a variety of colors, and I'll show you how that works out. This next one is painted with UltraGloss, DecoArt UltraGloss, air dry enamels. And the last one I painted with, it's Americana multi-surface satin paint, and I know there you go. So this is supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to paint on any surface with the multi-surface paint. So let's start first. And of course, you know, they don't have to be done on wine glasses. They can be done on any glasses that you may have. What is it, martini glasses, and would really be, I think, an awesome thing to work on, because the way that they're fluted out, and I think it would be great, because what I like to do is fill the centers, so when you're looking down in it, it looks like you're looking in the center of a flower. So first off, let's come over to our dirty glass, and I'm going to take alcohol, because that's what I have readily accessible to me here. But if you have vinegar and water, you can also wash your glass with vinegar and water. And I'm going to wash down my glass. I don't want to put alcohol on the inside where I would put my beverages, but I will put it on the outside. Make sure you wash down any areas that you're going to put paint. I didn't put any on the base, but you might. And I'll show you some that later that did have some accents on the base. So let that dry. Do you all have a, it's called the compressed sponge. It's like this. This is a trick that I saw because I was surfing YouTube. And so on YouTube, they had a woman show you with a compressed sponge, you can draw a pattern on here. So say, for instance, I want to do a sunflower. I gave you a pattern on the website, but the sunflower petals are more, they come to a point like that. And then what we do, because it's compressed, it's easier to draw a line on, and then you cut it. Melissa, did I send you compressed sponge? I did, didn't I?
I don't know, Cindy.
I believe I did in one of the packages that I sent you.
I'm glad, because I'm going to go look right now. I didn't.
Probably were wondering, what the heck is this thing? But it's a flat rectangle that looks like that. Then what you do.
Oh, I'm so excited. You did.
Yeah. Then what you do is you take it and you stick it in water. And voila, it's a sponge.
It looks a lot like a wafer, like a host. And
So that's how I created
oh,
these. Okay, and I
do
turned
it
them
first
into,
and then cut it out and then got it in the water.
draw on it first, cut it out, and then put it in the water. And don't use all your sponge because you're going to need it for a project next month.
And that's the shape that we want. It's like a little
It's
pointed
either you do the daisy shape or the sunflower shape.
Which one should we do?
Or you could do both, because as long as you leave, because if you put this one here, as long as you leave enough space for something else later. Okay, so the reason for making this spongy thing is because, like I told you, this woman on YouTube had this trick saying, this makes life so much easier because you take your glass, right? And if you stick it in there, that's your pattern. So it's easier to follow. You want to keep enough area from the rim down for your lip. You don't want your lip to be touching the paint. Although it's, you know, dishwasher safe, all this other stuff, if really you don't want you don't want your lip touching it. So you keep it down. I'm going to go with my black marker. Now, if you don't have a marker and you're using the paints, you have to use a liner brush and you have to line it. But I have a marker, and I just found that the marker, it makes it so much easier with a marker to do this step. I'm gonna bring it down maybe about an inch, 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to take my marker and I'm gonna draw down both sides of my sponge. See that? And I don't necessarily have to go all the way to the bottom. You can do a little squiggle line around this so you know that you're not going to go below that area, which is your center. Then what I do is just hold the top while the bottom's still touching the bottom and go right across from it. So now I'm going to have one on this side, directly across from it. Sliding. And this marker makes it so much easier to outline these flowers than a liner brush. On the other two, I did the liner brush and I had thick, thin. It was very hard for me to maintain a perfect pressure to make it all equal across the area. Now I'm going to slide this between the two lines that I've created. So I'm going to put it right in the middle. And I'll do the same on the opposite side. I'm excited. I'm going to have a set of 4 now, and they're different colors. So this makes it easier for when people come over and have a glass of wine that I don't have to have those little charms on them. Now see how I made a boo-boo right there? If you have a boo-boo and you want to get rid of that boo-boo, you can go with alcohol. And you could take that boo-boo right off. Isn't that neat? Let that dry and then you'll put it back on. So it's very correctable, and that would be the same with the other two as well. So I'm going to make sure that's dry and go ahead and put my line on there. Now you move it to in between the petals. You're going to now put one in between, and you're only going to go down as far as the line that you have already got on there. Okay. Go all the way around. Try to maintain that distance from the rim. Yep, got it. See, that's what you got. What was that?
It's fun, Cindy. It's fun, and it's the first time I've done it, so obviously I'm going to be taking the whole thing off with with alcohol and starting again, but it's fun.
You're funny.
I love it. Well, look, it looks like fingers.
Oh, hold on. Let me
I have to put something behind it.
put a white piece of paper inside of it.
Paper towel.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a mess.
So make that line around the base, and that's your center. You might want to bring them further down, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah, just put that line down around here, and that'll be your center. See on the inside of that one? Hold on.
You got a line going around?
See this line down here?
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
So put a line down there and then bring your other lines down to it, and that's your center.
Oh, yeah. It really was like eyeballing it, so duh.
I think you did a great job eyeballing.
Something tells me I could have just gone around and done just as the same thing, but I was getting the hang of it. It was fun. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun, fun.
Now, there's no rule here saying that you could only have 8 petals or, whatever. You can have as many petals as you want.
Well, I went with the round, and it's smaller than yours, I think. See? It's like a finger.
So you have more of a daisy thing. So yours could actually be white with a yellow center.
And it's a big glass. I think I should have made my flower bigger.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's just the first time.
Okay, so I'm going to do a sunflower on this one. But what I did was first, now with glass painting, you've got to think in the reverse. So you have to think of your detail lines, your highlights, all that stuff first before you can go to the other area. Usually in acrylic painting, we do the base and we build up this way. This we're going to build down. I know, crazy as it sounds, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to use brown because the centers of this guy is brown. And I'm going to show you this way. I'll do it upside down. But this area here, oops, let me get some color. This area here, I'm just going to paint. And you see how I'm filling it in with brown? So if I turn it upside down, I'm going to go in and fill this in with this brown area. And then I'm going to put a dot here and there. Now with a marker, I found that it doesn't layer as nicely as if you use the paint that you can brush on top. But I'm going to try it again and see what I get. So I'm just going to go around and fill in. It's like coloring book. Fill in those areas. And I'm not going all the way down. I'm staying pretty close to that stem area here, or the base of the base of the flower. And I made my centers quite small, but. And if you want to draw, this is a sunflower again. If you're working on, with the markers, you can draw these lines up the, inside of your sunflower. So that's what it looks like. If you're working with the enamels or the multi-sealer, what I did was took my paintbrush. What did I do with you? And I took a darker value and I just brushed some paint up. A darker value and brushed it up maybe 1/3 of the way. So let's see. When you're done with that, you go ahead and pick a color. On this one, I picked a pink, and I didn't put any lines up the inside of this one. I just went straight to my pink. I have to shake it up a little bit first, and then I start filling in. And I do like elongated circles as I'm filling in. If you press down, more comes out. So press down and fill it in and do elongated circular motion. Little sections back and forth, back and forth. I like the markers because they have a transparent look to them, or I get transparent and translucent confused sometimes, but I mean, it's transparent because you can see through it, but also the light shines through it, which would make it translucent, right? You can agree with me and it would be okay.
Yes. We're all nodding.
What?
We were nodding.
I can't see that.
We're agreeing with you, hon.
That makes me feel better, even if I'm wrong. If you're agreeing with me, it's okay.
Translucent.
Not lucid. Lucent.
It said translucent with a congested nose.
Oh, there you go.
Translucent.
So this here, I'm going to go over, I can actually go over it with a second application because it's been on here for a week and it doesn't come off. But I found that if I tried to go right over it while it was still wet, it kind of took off what I put on to begin with. So if you want to get it darker and do multi-layers, you might want to wait until it's completely dry before you go over it with a second coat of color. But it can be darkened. So that's cool. Cool to know, right? Let me make all the mistakes. Huh?
It's cool. Cool to know.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
Let me make all the mistakes first and then I can help you. So that is the markers. And I like them. I do. I like the green, especially the way the green came out. I think it's pretty cool.
And you can bake it with the markers?
Yeah, so you put these in the oven. And by the way, ladies, you want to have a clean oven. So clean your oven before you put them in the oven. If you have any food residual in your oven, it creates like fumes, and the fumes will then coat your glass as your glass gets heated up, and it might not be a pretty picture. It might not be a pretty picture at all. I haven't done it, but that's what I've been told by my friend who's an expert in most things.
That is a good reason to clean the oven.
And so what you do is you place the glass in a cold oven, and then you turn the oven on to, in this case, we're going to turn it on to I think this is 375. Yeah, this is 375 for 40 minutes. Turn the oven off and leave it in the oven until the oven becomes completely cool again. My girlfriend leaves it in overnight. Just let it stay there overnight. Turn the oven off and go to bed. In the morning, come take it out. The other two products would be 325 for 30 minutes. Same thing. Put it in a cold oven, heat up the oven. 30 minutes later, you turn off the oven, and then you let it stay there overnight. So, yeah, this is like base coating, huh? It's like, okay, we can do this. But, you know, this is a nice gift to give to somebody, housewarming or wedding present or birthday present, you know what I mean? Because, and it's nice if you do different colors. Again, like I said, it makes it more identifiable if you're bringing wine, you know, if you're drinking wine, to identify, oh, I've got the pink tulip. So you won't ever lose your glass. The reason for doing small circular motions is, even though it does leave some kind of lines, it is still more pleasing to the eye than linear back and forth. And you might have a chance of missing some spots. If you go in circular lines, you have a better chance of hitting all of the area and not missing any areas. I learned that in colored pencil class. Okay. So you see the one that I did a second coat on? You see how much darker that is than the other ones? So now that I have a second coat there, I can go and put a second coat on other ones when they're dry. Okay, so that is markers. On the enamel, I told you I had put just with my, and I used a filbert brush, and I just flicked up some darker color. And when that's done, I'm going to take the lighter color, in this case I'm using pink, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to put my filbert up because I'm using the round petals, put my filbert up and bring the color down. And I'm going to bring the color right over the red. I didn't do it on here, but I'll do it now. And if it's dry and you want to put a second coat on and make it more opaque, do that. If you go over the lines, don't worry, because we can go back with the black and cover those, put those lines back on with the black paint. But you want to try not to go in the green area. And I do the green last, the green stems. And I want to thank Kathy too. Kathy and Ruth are my new patrons from this week. I really appreciate it. Okay, so now that that's all covered up, and see how that looks? Now the difference between this petal and those petals is this was put on first, the dark was put on first, and I put the light over top of it. This one here, I put the light on first, then the dark, and then the light again. So it gives you, you know, idea of how intense do you want that color. If you don't want it too intense, then put your lighter value first and then put the dark over it. I put yellow in the center of this one, but because the yellow is so see-through, when I put the green over top of it, it just now looks green. So that's why I kept this one with, I didn't put the green. If you look here, I have the pink, the yellow, and then the green. I didn't bring the green up because I was afraid I was going to lose that yellow center again. On the flowers, I have white dots. I did put white dots in there instead of the brown dots so that it would show up on the yellow. And I did the same with the multi-purpose paint. This technique I did here, I put the dark color on first, then I put the lighter value over it. Now, because the gloss enamel, this is the gloss enamel. The gloss enamel yellow was not strong enough, opaque enough that when I put the green on it, all you see is green. However, on the multi-surface paint, look how strong that yellow is. So that yellow was fine. When I put the green over top of most of it, you don't see the green. You still see the yellow. So I just think it's cool when you look down in it and you're looking inside of a flower. I think it's neat. Now, obviously, you can see the paint. You can see right down the center. So if you wanted to turn this thing upside down, yeah, let's see. This is done with the multi-surface paint. Take some multi-surface paint. Oops. Let's shake that up because it separates just like any other acrylic paint. If I take this and just place that right in the middle, when I turn it over, now you see the yellow in the center rather than the paper. What I'm going to do is mix my mediums, and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put yellow multi-surface paint over top of this one rather than put the marker. I want to see what happens. I like the idea of the marker for outlining because it just makes a nice crisp look. You know, if you make a mistake, all you gotta do is pick up a Q-tip and some alcohol and you can erase those mistakes. So we have so many neat things coming up. I don't know if you've been following me on Facebook. I've been posting upcoming things because my what was it? Last week, Melissa was saying that she should get sick more often because she was on top of everything. Remember that? And, huh?
I said that?
Yeah, you did, because you had everything written down. Okay, Cindy, we want to talk about this. We want to talk about that.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
because I had spent the morning in bed just kind of making lists and stuff.
right. So I kind of did the same thing. Being sick this week, I didn't leave the house.
Right.
So I've got the projects for the next, what? 1, 2, 3, at least 3 weeks painted.
Yeah. You kept sending me pictures of these things, and I thought, well, she's really getting ahead as I'm running around working my butt off.
Sick as a dog. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So Cindy, you know what I really like about this these pens on the glass? If you kind of like hold it down and let it fill in the space a little.
Yep.
It's really, really neat.
It is neat. Look at that.
Oh, that looks really pretty too.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
So I'm putting the multi-surface paint over top of the pen.
Over the pen.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I spotlight you now.
I wonder what they were gonna do if they didn't.
Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
The seam side.
That's cool.
Oh, and it's that.
Wow, I love it. Oh my God,
martini
that's
glass.
awesome.
Yes. Cheers.
So when you're ready, you can do the stems and the green then.
Mm-hmm.
But I did something else.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, what medium are you using?
It's the multi-surface.
There you go.
Yeah.
And did you bake it?
I bake it.
Yep. I love it. Okay. How are we doing? We're looking pretty good? Yeah, I think so. Put that away. So then what I did on here, I'm going to go back to, I know I'm mixing my medias, but on here, I actually like the green pen better, marker better.
Oh, well, show us how you do that. Stems. Awesome.
And so I'm going to just start here, and I'm going to start below the brown, because my brown I did with the marker, it's going to be thin and shine through. If I had done it with the multi-surface paint, then it would be more opaque and not shine through. But just keep going around until you do all that stem.
You're going to be shocked when I tell you this,
Okay.
but I don't have a brown marker.
I didn't send you a brown marker.
Apparently not.
Oops. Show us. Oh, look at that.
Coming along.
And show us the center. Put it in the, is that cool?
I did do a little circle around just to kind of hold the space.
I think it's perfect.
And then I went around, and then I thought I was going to fill in a little brown spot there, but I think I'll do the yellow.
I would do the yellow.
Yeah.
I think the pink flower needs, oh, I see. You could have make it like a echinacea, like a cone flower.
Ooh.
That's pink with a brown center, but no, I think that what you got there, or an orange center.
I could do an orange center.
Yeah.
I have orange.
You like that color.
I love orange. So yeah, I was actually thinking of doing a red in between just to have a couple of variation of colors.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think you could do whatever you want, and I think that's fine, because these are not realistic. They're fanciful flowers, and I think what you don't want to, I mean, I don't want to do two the same. I want them to be distinct so that when people drink out of them, they, like I said, they can know where they left their glass.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, it's all you, Cindy. What's next?
That hole that's down in the middle there, I'm going to go in and stick some brown down here. I'm going to bring the green down a little bit lower so it hides the brown that's showing. And you can bring it all the way down to your base. Let me show you the other base and the other ones. I'll show you the ones my other friend did. That she had. She did a winter theme, and you guys might like that too, because I mean, Christmas gifts, office gifts, Yankee swaps. I don't know. Do you have Yankee swaps? Other people?
Other people?
Well, I'm thinking Yankee. I'm thinking me. Everyone else here is not a Yankee. Well,
yeah, we don't have Yankees.
New York's a Yankees maybe, but so a Yankee swap is when you wrap a gift up and you pick a number. So there's 10 of you, say, and there's 10 gifts. Each one of us brings a gift wrapped up, and we put it in the middle of the table, in the middle of the circle. We pick a number. I pick number 1, you pick number 2, so on and so forth. I'm at number 1. I go up and I pick one of the packages and I open it up and I see what it is, show everybody what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, you go up and pick one out. You open it up, show everyone what it is. And if you don't like it, you take mine away from me.
Uh-huh.
Then number 3 gets to go up, do the same thing. And then she has the choice of keeping what she got or one of ours, mine or yours. It's a swap. She swaps hers for ours.
Uh-huh.
And then when all is said and done, the number 1 gets to go back and choose from any one of the 10 gifts that are there and gets to take it away from that person and give them what they have.
We have that, and I can't remember what we call it. Chinese Christmas gift or something. I don't know.
Some
Call it
places
something.
they call it a dirty Santa.
Dirty Santa?
Oh.
That sounds less politically incorrect than I've...
Right. It's more PC.
Yeah. Good old Santa. Let's just call him dirty. I like it.
So
yeah, we do that.
I'll put these here so you can look at these. And I want to show you the one that, this is the one my other girlfriend did. So.
Starting to get jealous of all these girlfriends.
Well, She's
got a lot of friends, Cindy. She's so popular. This
one here, she took a deerfoot brush and she stippled some green paint behind here. And then she took one of her stylus, what also called a tootie daughter, and she made tootie dots.
Sorry, so cute.
I know, I can't help it.
Tootie daughter.
So then she put yellow centers and put the ones around it to make all these dot flowers. And these are her little one-stroke roses that she made. And I don't know if you can, let me try to fix that. See that?
Oh, wow.
So one-stroke rose. You also put it on the base.
Yeah.
So that's if you don't want a lot, but you want some color, you can do that one. And then my other friend, you're gonna like, I think you're gonna like this one. See now this one here is done, it's on a martini glass and it is not pretty here. That is not pretty to me. I don't, it's not what I want to see when I'm drinking. However, it is adorable this way.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's cute.
So, and she did the stripes down and look at the fancy stroke work and dot design that she put on the bottom.
Very
this
cute.
is all painted on top of here. It's not painted on the bottom.
Mm,
on the top. But isn't that adorable?
very.
Cindy,
Yeah?
since we're having glass show and tell, I have one.
Okay, hold on. This is her second one.
Those are so cute.
Oh, look. Yeah, adorable.
Let me go over to Ruth. Ruthie. Okay, show us. Oh, wow.
I have
Oh,
a set of 4 and they all have different designs on them. And then I have a picture.
Cool. So you got the roses down. I don't do so well in the roses.
Well, yeah, those aren't too bad. Unfortunately, I'm getting worse.
So let's see what you got.
Who?
You, now that I got the camera on.
Oh, okay. Well, I did sunflowers on both of them.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
And I
Nice.
can't show you there.
Oh, very nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you're using the paints as well?
Yeah, enamels.
Yep.
Yeah. How long do you have to let them set before you can go over them?
Well, before I went over this, I had done it last week or something like that, but I just did this one now, right? So let's see what happens when I go over it. Obviously you got to try it, and if it starts lifting, then stop and wait a little longer. But I just did this and I'm going over it with the enamel and I don't seem to be having any problems.
Okay. All right. Well, not so much my petals as the green.
Yeah. The what you cannot do is on the markers. I know you can't go right over it. You have to wait a while because it will lift off, like it scratches the surface and it will scratch off what you just put on if you don't wait.
Okay. Yeah, I got the stems green and I just wanted to go over them.
But I think it's pretty cool.
well,
What do you think?
hey, I managed to do this whole thing without getting any ink on my hands.
Amazing.
I know. I can't believe it.
Show us what you got. Oh, cool.
But there's a lot of ink.
That's
here.
great. Those are pretty colors.
Oh, yeah. I think that worked out awesome.
There's yellow and
The
orange.
yellow center breaks up. Yeah.
And I learned how to do it with the dot on the bottom. That's really kind of cool.
That is cool.
And the green stem.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it too. You know, for the first try, it was fun.
I think it's awesome. Cynthia, show us your beautiful stemware. Oops, hold on. Okay, that's one.
The other one is exactly the same.
Oh, okay. You gonna go with green up the stem?
No,
No.
no.
Not
I'll just
the
leave
green.
them plain. But I did the bottoms.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. That's gonna be beautiful.
My sister drinks martinis.
Mhm.
She's coming for a visit next month. So I thought, okay, I'll make her a martini and then I'll send her home with these.
Oh, that's sweet. I think that's awesome idea.
Yeah.
No, because I would never use them, but she will.
Right.
So it'd be a nice little gift for her.
Cool. Okay, let's go over to Deborah.
I did one of each.
Oh,
Well, they're both
cool.
the same, but I did it to get the different looks. That's the marker.
I like that. I like the orange with the yellow on the marker.
And that's the paints.
Cool.
They do look remarkably different with the two different types of paint on them. So.
Exactly. And that's what I wanted to show. That's cool. Let's see. Who is Kathy?
Well, let's see. I just did one today because I don't know what flower I'm going to put on the other, but this is how it looks so far.
Oh, cool.
And then I've got a I think I've got to bring my pink down lower, and then I've
Yeah,
done.
you have that black you have that black line there, so you might want to try to alcohol ink that black line off first before you bring the pink down lower, but I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. I like the coloring. I like the shape of it. It's going to be nice.
Can I put, no, this is still, I've got to wait because as you said, it did start to pick up the mark. I used markers on this. Can I put the enamels over or other markers over?
Well, that's what I did with the yellow one here. What I did was I did the black with the marker, and then I put the enamels over top of it.
Oh, okay.
So, and then after that's dry, I mean, it's dry now, so let's see what happens. What I'll do is I'm not scratching too heavily on the surface. I'm just going to go lightly on the surface. And I'll outline it again with the marker so that I see the lines on the outside as well as on the inside. And that works just fine. You know, it does have 2 different drying temperatures. One is 375, which is these, and the others are, the enamel paints are 325.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if what's going to happen if I put it in at the 375 for the marker to cure. And if I put it in at 325, you know what I mean?
Yes.
How the marker will react in the dishwasher. But I really, really like the marker for the lining. I really do. I think it makes a much more distinct, easier marking. But it goes right over it real easy.
So I could add a different color though, like a deeper pink or red, or something that, or white in between the leaves, correct?
Correct.
Okay, all right.
And if you're going to put it in the higher temperature, check on it periodically in that time frame. This is 375 for, it says dry 4 hours, bake at 375 for 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the other ones are 325 for 30 minutes. So maybe try 375, but for 30 minutes, or 350.
Okay.
You know, and see what happens. But yeah, that went right over it real nice and easy.
It looks really good.
I love this marker. I really do.
It went on really smooth.
I know.
I may have to get some of those.
It just makes it's just so much easier just to draw this line here. I'm hoping that it works well in the dishwasher.
You know, why I said I would ship these to my sister
Yeah.
if she doesn't have room in a suitcase is because I don't drink. So I would never use them.
You know what? You put water in them and you buy a floating votive candle.
Well, that's a good idea.
And then you decorate like your center of your table or you know, somewhere else. But yeah, you turn it into a floating candle.
They'd be cute on the patio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See? That's why you come here, Cynthia.
Yes, I come for all these great ideas.
I taught her something. Woo! You made my day.
I did my.
Oh, let's see. Oh, nice.
That's pretty too.
I like that shape.
Yeah, it's a wine glass, but it's a fat one.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So was mine affiliate.
Yeah. That's very nice. Excellent. Excellent. So this, I got everybody. Okay. So do you want to say your goodbyes, Gracie?
Well, goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here on Paint with Heart with me and with Cindy and with everybody. We really enjoy having you painting with us. And thank you, Cindy, for showing me how to do painting on a glass. It's really delightful and fun, and I will always remember you as I'm drinking over here in sunny Southern California with my big old wine glass. Actually, this is a water goblet. And so, cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me again today on Paint with Heart, and those who are watching the replay. You know that you can always go to my website, cindyharrisonart.com, to see the replays. All of them will be posted there. And I also wanted to say thank you again to Debbie Brown, Kathy Vincent, and Ruth Orwick for being my patrons. You can be a patron of mine and go to cindyharrisonart.com, and you will see under Paint with Heart, there's a patron button. You can pledge $1 a month, which equals like 25 cents a lesson, or you can pledge 5, 10, or so on, and there are rewards for those. So the people who pledge 5 and 10 and more, they will be getting an invitation to an exclusive class. And I will be sending out an email to them with a password to get into that particular room, and we will paint together something spectacular. And hopefully you'll see that and posted on Facebook in the time to come. Let's see, what else do I need to say?
Say goodnight and see you next time.
Oh, the paint box of the month are out there if you're interested. I've got the next, let's see, Mark, this is April coming up. April and May paint boxes are available again. Go to Paint with Heart. Go to actually the marketplace under project kits, and you'll find the paint boxes of the month. I explained to you what's included, and they're all $25 a piece plus shipping and handling, and they vary in product that's included, obviously, because every week we come up with a different product. So until next time, remember to always paint with heart. Cheers.
Cheers. Because, you know, I'm so full of fun ideas.
That's what I paid for.
That's what you pay me for. That's what, if I come up with the best idea, I get a brown marker. I'm so
I don't know. We'll have to negotiate that one.
Oh my God.
This. You don't have to do this. If you want to come and visit with us and paint something else, we would love to see you and have you join us just for the visit, because we love you.